So continuing on, I'm Glenn Collins from ACCA and John Stokdyk from AccountingWEB, and we're talking about professional accountants of the future. One of the key areas what we're coming on to now is digital, and that came up in ACCA surveys about professional accountants of the future, and actually how accountants need to move on to digital platforms, how they need to actually evolve. Cloud computing is one of the areas that regularly comes up within your own work and your own surveys, and obviously a lot of our members talk about it. But isn't this just about getting closer to your client?
It is about getting closer to your clients if you do it right, but not everyone is doing that yet. We measured, if you look at the entries to the Practice Excellence Awards going back to 2013, it's been a steady rise. Up to we think professional cloud kind of went majority, broke through 50%, probably around the beginning of 2016. So more firms are using cloud than not, but not to huge degrees. It's still a process. There's leaders who have jumped on it a lot earlier, and they're using it to get closer to clients and to do kind of more innovative things. So that definitely we should explore what the pathfinders are doing. But for those who follow, I think there's going to be another surge in adoption, because that process of being linked to your clients, being able to get instant access to their numbers, is going to become a lot more relevant when everybody has to start considering quarterly reports and the like. So there is more to come. It's mainstream, but everyone will be drifting in that direction at different speeds.
You mentioned quarterly reports there, that horrible topic. So I'm going to not confuse that with cloud computing, because what HMRC are doing, obviously they're going down a particular route. I think all accountants would recognise digital and the benefits of digital. I think some would actually doubt some of the merits behind quarterly reporting.
And at least the timetable there. The timetable there may be a little bit uncertain at the moment.
It may well be,
but the direction of travel is going to remain.
Absolutely.
So the cloud element, that it just as a way to facilitate more efficient reporting, you've got to consider it at this point.
And to me, I suppose it's about driving value through to your accountants and actually making your own business far more efficient. Now, one of the areas I strongly believe in is that driver of growth for accountants, and some of that is being a virtual FD. And I know you've coined the phrase within your research, virtual FD, but actually it's providing that value going through to the end client, that they actually see a benefit from that and actually comes back and they're willing to pay for that. Now I know, and I'll hold my own hand up here, I know fine well we accountants, we like to give advice away for free. We don't like to give advice away for free. We give advice away for free occasionally. Actually being in that FD position, most firms will be providing that going through. Cloud is a way of actually providing greater benefits through to those clients going forward. What else do we need to do to change it? What does your research show?
Okay, well the first thing is I would agree with you. It is quite surprising that the virtual finance director model is something I collect together. It's a bit, those are the people who've specifically told us they offer outsourced finance department or finance manager services, or a lot of them do call it virtual finance manager. And there'll be a lot of associated things like management accounts, strategic advice, business planning, maybe more exciting stuff like doing KPI dashboards, and there's a whole package around that area. But it's about the same number of firms, about 20% are telling us they do that. And that is a real way of delivering value to clients. But more specifically, to touch on your point, is they're articulating that that's what they're doing, and they're making it a service, and that is a service line. Alan Woods at Woods & Co. is one of the virtual finance directors who's replied. And he says that's one of the 4 key prongs of his marketing activity because that's what he wants to communicate to clients. And that's the difference between Alan, who is an award winner and an award nominee, and the rest of the profession, where they are kind of, the best bit they give, the most valuable thing they give is sort of the passing advice as they're passing over the management pack or the annual accounts. So it's clarity, vision, and it's sometimes just taking a step back and realizing that your business acumen, which is the most valuable thing you do, if you haven't packaged it and sold it to clients, maybe you should start thinking, emulate Alan and start kind of being more overt about that. And the cloud platform certainly gives you a way to if you have people making the transition to the cloud, you can communicate in terms of, well, here's our basic service. It's pretty much as we've done. But actually, this makes it so much easier for us to do. That it means we can do this, that, and reporting, KPI, strategy. It's a platform for us to do this. So, if you really like that idea, why don't you just upgrade to the premium service? So it's quite a good trigger point for that. If you haven't had that conversation before, you can at least sneak it in.
Yeah, and I suppose the other aspect of the tool is actually it provides you with information when you need it, and you don't have to go out and gather it all in. I mean, you can do that with some desktop services at the moment, but probably when we're looking at it, cloud is far more efficient. And you've also got perhaps the expertise and the backup from different people, different software suppliers who will be providing you with some of those services that might be a bit costly or a bit difficult in your firm.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about niche firms where they're going to their particular customer base, and there will be apps that actually take care of the specific problems they're trying to deal with and the clients are experiencing. So they can take an app out of the marketplace, bolt it into the cloud engine, and hey presto, they've got a vertical solution. They might have a couple of other things they can really tailor to create a sort of packaged service for their clients. So cloud gives them a platform to do that they may not have had before.
So John, what would you summarise as those key points that people need to do to effectively implement the cloud?
Okay, I think it goes back to one of the first things you said in this section was that, use it to get, don't just be a cloud practice because we've got this bookkeeping tool. Look at using cloud as a way to get closer to your client and as that platform to provide an enhanced service. I also think it's important, sometimes maybe it can facilitate starting those conversations and finding the clients who do want a bit more from you and who will respond. Not all clients do want it, but find the ones who do and work with them to find out what the reporting requirements and problems they've got, and your staff will know work on the internal processes. So it's a change management exercise. Use it as that to innovate. And I guess finally, taking one step beyond that, cloud is just a tool. Assess it, take advantage of it where it fits what you want it to do and where it can improve your client experience. But the idea of how you go about that, it's not just the end goal. It's always try and push it. What if you do get cloud and you do move clients across? What can you do next? And you'll find in the Practice Excellence Awards, the firms who are always getting nominated are the ones who do that in a structured way. They're doing it every year. They have meetings to always look where they can improve things for clients. So if that is the kind of firm that you are, come to www.practice-excellence.co.uk because we'd love to hear about your experiences and to share that with other accountants through the programme. Glenn, it's been really interesting and to actually investigate these ideas and explore them. Really look forward to doing it more.
Thank you, John. I've enjoyed our discussion. Thank you.